All right, so welcome back. I'm going to go through the luxury of having a home cigar lounge, and if you're thinking about putting one together, what you might need in it, and some practical tips. But also, while we're doing that, I'm going to go through and smoke what I think is probably the most affordable and best value Cuban cigar if you can get it. So before we do that, we will do the obligatory watch check, and I figured for a cigar room video, you might as well have a cigar watch. So this is the Hublot, and this is the Arturo Fuente Opus edition, so you can see the tobacco leaves. So pretty cool watch. I enjoy that one quite a bit. And a boot check. These are the JB Hill Cayman crocodile boots. So on to the cigars, and then we'll talk about building a cigar room. So one of the things you got to have in a cigar room is a good humidor. Now, you don't have to have a crazy humidor like I've got. This is a Euro Cave, and you can see it's a pretty decent size. There, comes up to the window, holds, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of cigars. But it's a great humidor because it does have refrigeration and humidity. It's got blowing capacity there. It's got a fan and refrigeration without the normal dehumidifier that many regular refrigerators have. So you can see quite a bit of room in the humidor. You're going to want to have the hygrometer and a thermostat. So you can see this is about 64 Fahrenheit. 69% humidity, which is pretty ideal. So a lot of room for cigars. And the one I'm going to pull out today, my Cuban collection, I don't think you can go wrong with Romeo Julieta Short Churchill, but I'm actually going to go with another favorite. This one I had mentioned before, an Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure No.2. So this is a great value cigar. You can get in Cuba, you can get online through some places out of Europe that may send you Cuban cigars. The Hoyo de Monterreys are that in the Romeos, maybe the Partagas D also. You can see some other ones that are relatively decent price. The Upmans, San Cristobal, there's a punch. Stay away from the Cohibas if you want to save some money because Cohibas are crazy in price. But as I said, these oils are a good price, good value, and an excellent cigar. So I'll get that lit up, but let's talk about what you want in a home cigar lounge. So one thing for sure is you want a separate room. Right? You don't want the smoke going everywhere. So you can see in this room, I can close it off, seal it off, and that makes it pretty nice, right? So you can get, not necessarily airtight, but you can keep most of the smoke from leaving the room. Now, where's the smoke going to go? You have to have a ventilation system. So you can see here, basically this is a standard bathroom vent, and you need that. You need to get the smoke out, right? And so when I flip that on, well, there's the light, but you can hear the vent, and that does a pretty good job of taking care of the excess smoke and getting it out. What you will hear also coming on, and what I would recommend, is a air purifier. So this is a Shark model air purifier, and it will automatically come on when needed. So once I light this cigar, it's going to come on pretty quickly because you want something to remove the smoke. Certainly that's your and along with that, you want something to try to purify the air, even though you won't get all the smoke out because it gets stinky. So let's get this cigar lit up. We'll talk about some of the other things in this room here as we go. So as we get this Hoyo de Monterrey lit up, A couple other things. You need your standard cigar accessories, of course. So you need some ashtrays, you need a cutter, you need a lighter. Just things that mostly you can get at your local cigar retailer or online. Often they'll have deals when you buy certain cigars or so many of them. You can get a lighter, an ashtray, those type of things. And so certainly that's something you can do to make your room look like a cigar lounge. So as I was saying, the ventilation, very important. And one of the things you want to consider is not having rooms above your cigar lounge. So even though this is a ranch home and there is another level above, there's not a level above this room. This is a build out, a sunroom. And sunrooms make for ideal cigar rooms because generally speaking, there's nothing above them. It's a lot of light and makes for a nice place to enjoy a smoke. So you don't want another room above it because the smoke, even though it's going to get vented out, still it's going to carry into the other areas of the house. Now, something else to consider is shutting off your heating and cooling to your cigar room, because if you don't, then if you have forced air heating, it's going to you're going to be sucking this smoke-filled air throughout the house. So no, we haven't done that here. There's a little bit in here. There's a couple of vents, but could close them off. It does make it rather cold or hot, depending on your season. But if you don't want it to go to the rest of the house, very important. Now, over here you can see also in the winter, so because I do keep, even that ventilation will suck out the heat, so you might want a separate heater, a floor heater, or even a separate cooling device if it gets real hot in the summer. And so that's something just to keep in mind. Ideally, you would close off all your heating and cooling to this room, and that way the air wouldn't flow other places. So, what else? So, make it a comfortable room. Get yourself some leather furniture. One of the reasons, if you're sitting around on it, you see Liza there, she's enjoying it. But, leather, if you happen to drop an ash, you won't burn the place down. I don't actually like having this rug in here, but that wasn't my choice. So it's nice having a solid floor like the tile floor, even ideal. So you don't have to worry about the ash. You can just kind of brush it up, sweep it. But have some comfy chairs. You're going to want a TV. So if you want to watch the game, again, the humidor. If you don't want to go crazy with, the big Euro cave, you can see my Padron humidor there. I have above it. And then there are some other ones. You can just get a smaller one, right? You can do this, like this Diamond Crown Maximus. Beautiful humidor. And it holds plenty of cigars, I got a big pack in there of some Grey Cliff that I haven't smoked for a while, and I get some humidity beads there as well. So you can just do that. You can have some nice ashtrays. As I mentioned, there's a nice Fuente Opus X. Here's another little humidor. You can just have cigar related things out. We've got this horse, wooden horse from Cuba. Got some Cuban coffee placeholders. You're going to want to have some butane around. Get some artwork. Get some artwork for your room. So here, you got a really nice picture. Again, I got that in Havana of Cohiba. Obviously, you see my Havana smoker artwork there. And, some other ashtrays, related items. Have it set up have it, you know, cigar smoking is about fellowship and enjoying, and so have a spot where other people can come in, relax, look outside, sit down, have a smoke, and enjoy their company. And so a lot of lighted areas here, a lot room. Got a little doggy door, so if the dogs want to get away from the smoke, they can get out. And again, so a lot of different things you can do. Here's some canisters from Cuba up there. There's a Romeo. Having a wood, cedar would be best for the humidity and retaining moisture. This is pine. It works fine. It's not quite as good as cedar, but it looks nice, and that's what you want. You just want a little area where you can come in, relax, enjoy, have a smoke. And, you know, just enjoy, you know, have a spot to go. Cigar smoking, unlike cigarette smoking, takes a good hour to enjoy a cigar. You can't just walk outside and do that. Now, I know a lot of people will do that, but it's far less enjoyable, at least if you're in a climate like we are here in Ohio, where it gets pretty cold, especially this time of year and for the next several months. So it is nice to have a spot. You can hear the air purifier, the Shark going there, so it's helping to purify the air. I didn't turn on the humidifier, or the ventilation, the fan up there yet because of the video. It's kind of loud. So, but I'll do that. That'll suck out the smoke. That's the main thing. And then stock up on some of your cigars. You know, have them here. If people come over, you can enjoy a cigar. You want to have some cigars aging, so it's nice to have a room that you can have cigars that are aging. So speaking of that, how is this Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure No.2 doing? So I was just about ready to ash it. It's a good draw. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's a hard draw, but it's not as smooth of a draw as a lot of cigars. That's pretty common, especially for the Cuban. Sometimes they don't draw as well. Now, the one I just reviewed, the Linea de Oro Romeo Julieta, that was a limited edition. That one, I think, was just impeccably made, and so that one drew much better than this. But not bad, you know. Excellent flavor. A medium smoke, this Epicure No.2. Not as, you know, the Partagas No.4, Partagas D is a stronger smoke. This Hoyo is a mild to medium, but enough flavor. You know, I don't like a real mild smoke. I like to get some flavor, and this one definitely has enough there. Creamy. No bitterness. There's rarely ever any peppery taste in Cuban cigars, so they're very smooth, a little bit of salty nature to them. So, you know, in your cigar room, obviously, if you got to have music, you got to have your drinks, you got things to enjoy here, sit down and relax. So, you know, cigar smoking may not be obviously the most healthy habit for obvious reasons, but it does have, I think, its good health benefits in that it is calming, it's relaxing, it does promote sort of being in the present moment, enjoying life as it is today. You can do that with friends, you can do that on your own, and so, you know, it works for me. So anyway, I hope you found this somewhat informative. Let me know in the comments if you've put together your own cigar room, or share some pictures there in the comments if you can. I'd love to see them. I think it's you know, it's nice to go to a cigar lounge, you know, retail lounge, brick and mortar store, but it's also, if you want to enjoy cigars at home, it's nice to have a lounge in your house too. So anyway, we will see you soon, and take care.